and I'm getting ready to watch another episode of My Hero Academia at the end of episode 6. You know, we were having this like challenge competition where there was a team with Deku on it, a team of 2, and a team with Bakugou on it, another team of 2, and they're kind of facing off against each other, simulating heroes versus villains, and it's more or less setting us up to have our first real matchup, our first real battle, our first real standoff, if you will, between Deku and Bakugou. So I'm kind of curious to see how this goes. I know a lot of people don't like it that I call him Hot Hands, but I kind of like that name, so I'm probably going to keep using it. Yeah, I'm facetious that way. Let's go ahead and get into the episode. All right. So now we're going back to having a little conversation between Bakugou and the guy I like to call Clark Kent. But yeah, we see Bakugou. It's personal. He really wants to show up the kid he used to bully that he's still inferior to him.
Not to mention his quirk.
Yeah.
They're all so much greater.
I think Deku's got a little insecurity here, but come on. We know it's only a matter of him learning to make the most of what he's got, which he has quite a lot with that one for all or all for one. But he's still got to learn control, right? So he doesn't hurt himself using it. I love that concept. It's like anybody can fly a plane, but landing a plane, that's what you got to be able to do. I don't care how good you are at flying. I care how good you are at landing. All right, so here we are, just jumping straight into the battle. Yeah, we've already got the damaged bunny suit. So what did he do? Oh, he's just doing pure human combat, right? Like he's not using any of his inherited quirk, though I guess technically speaking, it's not a quirk, it's a power, I guess. But oh, I like this. He stands up to him, and he's not even standing up to him with anything new he has. He has just made the most of the human version of Deku. Sweet. Nice little setup for what I'm hoping is an episode-long battle. During the OP, I do like to remind folks that I have a Patreon. The Patreon really is what keeps this channel going right now, and I know a lot of you are already aware of it, but if you're not aware and you just want to check it out, well, there is a link in the video description. Go have a look around. All right. And here we are with a little bit of a history lesson about the history that Deku and Kacchan have with one another, Deku and Bakugou, who I like calling Bakugan. Totally different franchise, Bakugan. So I'll stick with Hot Hands. All the characters have at least 3 names you can call them by, and I still come up with some ludicrous other name. I'm never satisfied. Oh, wow, he really looked up to Hot Hands when he first met him. Didn't last long, did it? Oh, yeah. He got real arrogant, real cocky once he got such a cool quirk. Everybody's jealous of Hot Hands. All right, let's see if this battle goes on. I like the judo toss that we saw a minute ago, purely using his human battling ability, which is pretty impressive. But, I mean, he's going to have to figure out some way to use a little bit of his quirk, right? There's no way he wins this battle. Deku versus Kacchan is the name of the episode. All right, I'm loving it. Let's see what happens. But I don't see any way that Deku wins without wisely, at the right moment in time, using his all-for-one ability. I do like the costume there that looks like a robot with exhaust pipes coming out the back. That's Clark Kent, right? The speedster. Oh, so All Might's giving him a lot of help. Oh, that's a nice little move that you don't actually have to incapacitate him. You got the tape that's like, hey, if I wanted to hurt you, I could have hurt you. But we can't have our students hurting each other, hopefully. All right. I like this All Might giving him some, I don't know what I would call it, like straight down the middle superhero propaganda talk. Which I kind of agree with, you know, but, you know, it's fallen out of favor to have like the straight up good guys anymore. You gotta have a touch of complication to both your villains and your heroes. Oh! Oh! He got the capture tape on his ankle! Nice! Oh, Eraserhead! I think I knew that was the name of the guy, but I like the scarf. Alright. But wait, did he not get the capture tape around him? Some nice reflexes, though, to get out of the way of that Hot Hands power punch of explosion.
Pretty good at taking action in crisis situations.
Yeah, it's like a lifetime of not having a quirk has really paid off to make Deku more flexible. He doesn't have to depend or rely on his quirk, which I love. Love that aspect. Yeah, showing how everything he's experienced, everything he's lived thus far is kind of coming together to culminate in helping him be the person and, dare I say, hero that he is here in the moment. And it's going to help him win because he's had to face challenges perhaps that his adversary hasn't by having that super quirk and kind of being in the spotlight from a young age. How does he handle adversity? He's maybe never faced anybody as powerful as him before he came to this school. He's angry because he thinks it was all an act for all that time that Deku was keeping his power hidden, which I love. I love the psychological component to it. It's a lot of fun. Oh, I want to see this battle. Okay. So they're wandering around this big test facility. Looks like an abandoned building. But how much cat and mouse? Does he have a move planned? Like if he gets him with his guard down, then he can use that one expression of his power to take him out. But he's also going to be careful and not kill the guy. You know, he doesn't want to kill the kid. Yeah. He is not a team player. This is making that clear. It's making me wonder if Bakugou's destined to be a villain. Like, is he going to be so angry about how this goes down that he turns his back on the superhero community and decides he'd rather be a villain? I mean, that's kind of what the show's broadcasting to me. You know, that's the foreshadowing that I feel like I'm picking up on. But of course, sometimes when something feels that obvious, it's there so that your expectations could be subverted. I just have to wait and see. Yeah, I really want to see them square off both strategically and tactically. You know, I want to see what his play is here, but then I also want to see how he executes the combat when it happens. What kind of, you know, he's got to use his brains a lot, something that, not that Bakugou isn't necessarily a smart kid, not that Kacchan might not be capable of being brilliant, but he just hasn't had to, you know? He's been able to rely on the easy solution so far. Something Deku hasn't been able to do. So I want to see how the wits, it's like a battle of wits with an unarmed foe. I want to see how this plays out here. I feel like there's got to be some kind of sneak attack or surprise for him. Take advantage of the fact that he's being underestimated by Bakugou.
You really can't do anything right, can you?
Man, the kid's rough on him. You know, I really, really wish I understood Japanese linguistics and the Japanese alphabet, for lack of a better word, because it seems like a lot of that is so important with the names and the meanings and things in anime. So I guess nothing's stopping me from studying it and learning a little bit, right? But I haven't done that so far. Really showing off. What are they, skipping rocks, or is that like a frisbee? Uh-oh. Poor Deku. Always the outsider. Oh, everybody likes hot hands, showing off how hot his hands get.
Grow into an amazing quirk. Definitely. A flashy quirk.
I like it. It is flashy. Little flashes of light with his hot hands.
Right. I am amazing. In fact.
His hands get so hot that they cause the air around them to explode. I mean, what a power.
Wow, you're so lucky. Your quirk is amazing, Kacchan.
Here he is standing. He's back there standing on Kachon there. Kachon. All right.
Worthless bug for me to smash.
Now we're back in the battle. I do like those, I don't know, would you call those gauntlets, bracers that look like hand grenades? Pretty stinking awesome for hot hands there. Oh! Oh! That looked like that could hurt him there. He fell pretty far off of a log. Were they crossing a log? And nobody even tries to help him because he's got that reputation. Oh, did Deku help him when he fell in the water? Is that where part of this resentment comes from? It made him look weak that someone came to help him, particularly somebody without a quirk came to rescue him. when he's supposed to be the hero. I love it. His ego was slighted by an act of kindness, and because of that, this years of hatred is culminating in this challenge where they're facing off against each other. But maybe it's good that they clear the air early on in their school career. Maybe this is what they need to develop a mutual respect for each other and be friends going forward. Sometimes that happens in
Now I
storytelling.
just have to tell Deku and try my best to stay out.
No idea. Clear the air with your fists. Settle it with some good old knuckle sandwiches, and then we can be friends again. Or friends for the first time. Oh. Clark Kent's having a hard time thinking like a villain because he's such a altruistic hero. Wow, is he going to be as diligent? He's going to be as diligent with his villainy as he is with his heroism. I like it. He is all or nothing. When he throws his hat in the ring, his hat is in the ring. His head's still inside of it. Okay, so we're going to see a nice little side battle. He's hidden every single thing in the room. Where do you hide it? I guess it's a good thing he's a speedster so he can go around hiding stuff really quickly. That is some pretty maniacal laughter. I want to see how her battle with Quickster goes there.
He's monologuing.
He's really buying into the villain with the monologue. Oh, is there anything he can do to help?
Time left now. We have to finish this fast.
Like, if he were to burst through the floor, he would just hurt himself more than anything else.
I won't lose.
So will Kacchan even respect the capture tape, or will he still use his quirk to try and hurt Deku, even after he's not supposed to?
I'm all loaded up.
Like, he's going to play the villain part. He may actually break the rules.
You're underestimating me, Deku.
Ha, building the rage. The surest way to make me angry is to hold back when you battle me, right?
I have to face him right now.
Come on, Deku. Let's see what you can do to the bully. Overcome the ghosts of your past. Oh, it's sweat that gives him the hot hands. I love it that he's finally explaining how his power works. So I can call him palm sweat instead of hot hands. His power. Oh, so those gloves aren't just for decoration. Look at that. He's got like a super blast. Oh no, excessive force, unnecessary. Oh wow. Looks like he just took it full force. Yeah, that's some property damage. Look at the size of the hole in that wall. That is quite the blast. But somehow he survived it? How the heck? That has to be his quirk that allowed him to survive that, right? There's no way, like, regular Deku could survive that. Oh, so it soaks up the sweat from his sweaty palms, and that's why it has the super blasts, because the sweat doesn't evaporate. Oh, man, that's kind of gross. But kind of cool. I like it that there's more to him than just the decoration, making him look like hand grenades, pineapple hand grenades. Ah, so what's Deku going to do? He's got to be hurting. I can tell you from experience, have an explosion knock you through a brick wall and break through a bunch of rebar and land on your back several floors down on the street. It hurts. You don't feel good after that.
Now's my chance.
Just trust me.
If I can claim the weapon.
Oh, she's got to get the bomb and put the contest over with. Is she gonna? But he's so fast. Even if she does float over him, he can change direction and get where she's going. Oh no! And here comes the speedster. He's going to try to get there before she does. Ah, he did. It was a great play, but I think she made her move too soon. She has to make her move not like there's no possibility of outrunning him, but she needs to make the move before he has time, like, to process what she's done and react. So she needed to fight. I'm afraid now that she's kind of shown her hand a little bit. It's going to be tougher for her to win this fight now. Or to accomplish her objective, which isn't necessarily win the fight, but to get the weapon.
I'm not safe even if I stay away from him.
Uh-oh. So Deku's got to come up with a strategy. All right. Come on, Deku. I mean, eventually he runs out of, like, sweat that's soaked up in those things too, right? Oh! Oh, he even, thinks that despite his posturing, as he says, he's not really trying to kill him. He's just trying to torture him and to expose him and to embarrass him and humiliate him, etc. Yeah. Pointing out how it doesn't make sense. It's like you're not even thinking about what your villain strategy should be. You're worried about your personal agenda, which, you know, personal agendas make these kind of Magic Academy, Superhero Academy, these kind of stories just, you know, they really flourish by embracing the personal agendas and the interpersonal conflict like you feel in school. Oh, let's see what happens here. He's coming in close. All right. Is he using anything? Oh, he got blasted hard in the back. Oh, man, he does not look good. Oh, yeah, so they're showing how Bakugou is being more clever than people would guess at first glance. Maybe he's wanting people to think he totally... Yeah, he wants people to think he totally gets by just on his excess power so that they will underestimate his own mind. I like that was revealed in that moment. Oh, no! The hot hand's fleeing of pain. Oh, poor sweaty palms. I bet it feels gross having nitroglycerin sweat grab you, but he's got gloves on, so you don't feel it. All right. Come on, Deku, what are you going to do? You got to do something here. But use it with control. Yeah, everybody's pointing out the villainous. Even the, like, hiding his cleverness, being a little sneaky that way, feels villainous rather than heroic. Come on, Deku. Yeah, he knows he's got to let Deku save face here, or he'll never get respect, never have confidence in himself. Oh, I want to see what his ploy is here. I know he's not just running away, right? Yeah, he's got a ploy. He's leading him to something. He's got to wait for the right moment. He only gets to use it once. He's got to use it wisely. Hey, he can't handle, his ego can't handle not being the best. He can't even handle being equal. He has to be first. Oh, what's this monologue going? Okay, so I can see the respect there. You want to be the best, you got to beat the best kind of thing. It's an honor to fight the person you respect and show how good you are by measuring yourself in comparison with them. All right, let's see what he does. All right, Deku, what you got? What kind of cleverness have you got here? Oh, not the whole arm. You don't want to kill the kid. Oh, we got the hand getting hot, the sweaty palm. We got the Detroit Smash building up. Let's see what happens here. I trust Deku not to kill the guy, but he's really going to hurt his arm. I love that yelling. Oh, what did he do? But he's got that teamwork. Oh, no Detroit's. Oh! So he's not smashing. He's not smashing Bakugou. He's sending his power upwards to get the bomb out of the way to win the. Like, he's still about winning the competition, not winning the battle. Which is, you know, smart. Shows that he can stay focused and accomplish the goal and not get sidetracked. Something I can't always say about myself. Oh! What did she just slam all those floating rocks towards him? It's like a storm of shrapnel. Oh, that's awful. It's a good thing he's got like that armored suit. At least it looks armored. Because that could be pretty rough on him. All right, go, go, go. Floaty, floaty, floaty. Get away before he gets to you. And then you win. Come on, float and win. Bakugou, you're just looking up through the hole that Deku made, which was the escape plan, the victory plan. It wasn't ever to win the battle. It was to win the competition. I love it. I love it. I love the strategy again, in addition to the tactics. Oh, wow. Honesty with his adversary here, with his rival. I don't want to call him his enemy, but rival for sure. even though he doesn't want him to be his rival. You know, Deku, I think, would be happy to be friends, but Kacchan has a burr in his bonnet. Ha 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 ha. Nice. Sacrificing himself for the victory, another heroic thing to do. Showing yet again he has the character of a hero. That it's the character, you know, especially juxtaposed against Bakugou, showing that it's the character that matters and not the quirk. I love it. And teamwork is going to be important in this world. I'm getting a feeling most school-based, academy-based stories, teamwork does become quite important. Well, the end of another good episode. I mean, it just keeps giving me great ones. Not dissatisfied at all with the fight with Kacchan, with Bakugou. In fact, I love the way that it resolved itself by showing Deku's priorities being very different than Bakugou's, and everybody watching and showing that he has, of course, the real heart of a hero. Potentially exposing Bakugou as having the real heart of a villain, but, you know, it's early. I don't want to get too bold in my predictions in that regard. I'm just saying I could see it going that way, but I could also see it going where they end up being like former rivals to being lifelong best friends. That's kind of a comic book trope that happens sometimes too. So we'll just see how that goes down. It's got to go one way or the other, though. I don't see it staying at this level of frenemy, this level of rivalry, colleague, adversarial, collegial yet adversarial, I guess. I don't see it maintaining that tone. It's either got to improve or deteriorate. You know, you can't hold this tense middle zone forever, but they can hold it for a while. And the tension probably does keep a lot of people tuning in back when season 1 was coming out. So I can't really blame them for that. All right, and it looks like there's no after credits, just the next time. So with that, I'm going to say I'm proud of you for watching anime, and I'll talk to you again soon.
I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who supports the channel on Patreon. It really means a lot to me. If you might be interested in Patreon perks like early access to videos, uncut reaction videos, ad-free videos, and the opportunity to vote on which anime will be covered in the future, then click on the link in the video description. Thank you.